Following the arrivals of Tom Wagner, Tom Brady and co at Birmingham City, I thought it should be my job to bring a 10-year rebuild of the team I support. Birmingham City, 10 years down the line, can we get them back competing for European football? Let's go. So here we go then. Day one in the city job here at Birmingham City. We take over at season number 1, following the new ownership, Wagstaff coming in, Brady coming in, and many people behind the scenes, and hoping for a very good season for Birmingham City. It's going very well in real life so far before this video drops. They have had a very good start to the season, the championship, so hoping for a very good season for the Blues in real life. But for now, let's focus on this. Day number 1 in the club, and of course, there's been some new transfers coming into the club. Most recently, the likes of Sanderson coming in now on a permanent deal, now the club captain as well. Be interesting to see how he develops within this save. The likes of youngsters like George Hall as well, going to be in this first team this year, and see how he develops. Of course, Joe Bellingham, one of our youngsters in midfield, have moved on now, but Jordan James, George Hall will be given a big chance during this rebuild, of course, as well. The likes of Koji coming in from Belgium. Looks a very good player, done very well so far for Birmingham City in real life. Hopefully more the same during this rebuild. But the squad looks good. It looks strong. But how are we going to set up for this rebuild? We'll be using the MurphFM 4-3-3, the perfect 4-3-3 formation I've released a couple of weeks ago now. And this is how the team will line up at the start of season number 1. With the new transfers in there, like Laird in there, Mishomi's in there, Roberts, Dembele. A lot of good free transfers that came in for Birmingham City, and a lot of people were paid money for. And they look very good this season. This squad looks very strong. And I wouldn't be surprised. First season, Playoffs is what I'm aiming for in the first season. With this team, with this tactic, it should be a foregone conclusion. Let's find out. Let's dive ahead straight away to the end of season number 1, see how we've gotten on with Birmingham City. And as we come back straight away at the start of season number 1, I said I wanted plus minimum. We've done one better. We won the league in the first season. I knew the tactic was good, and I thought the players we bought in this window have been very good. I don't see it's happening in real life, honestly, but I am quite happy to see the fact that Birmingham City have actually won the league. We haven't gone through the playoff stage yet because Blues have already won the league by this point. It felt pointless playing through the playoffs, and we can end it there. In season number 1, Birmingham City playing 46 games, winning 30, drawing 6, losing 10 all season, scoring a monster 89 goals in the championship, conceding 46. 96 points, job done, nice and easy. Birmingham City back to the Premier League in just 1 season. Love to hear that part of it. Great start for the boys, great start indeed. Top performers, Tyler Roberts got 27 goals this season, 27, that's a monster achievement. Hogan on 21. Kevin Long, we mentioned this every time in these rebuilds, set pieces are key. Kevin Long bagged 15 from set pieces this season. Koji's got 14, 23 assists for him as well. Dembele getting 10 assists, 13 goals. Gardner even getting 10 assists, 8 goals for him. So Gardner getting an active part in this team this season. Not someone who'll probably stay around at the end of the season in real life. So we'll see how he gets on after he leaves the club, of course, throughout this rebuild. But a very good, strong first season for Birmingham City. The other competitions didn't really go so well, though. West Ham in the FA Cup knocked us out in the 3rd round. We were knocked out by Reading, oddly enough, in the 2nd round as well of the Carabao Cup. So improvements there. Ideally, a domestic cup would be nice, similar to what Blues did in real life, win the Carabao Cup all those years ago. Can we reenact that and do something similar to that? Get back to European football, maybe? That's a long shot for 10 years. But for now, the main aim was to get in the Premier League and become established again in the Premier League. And we've done quite well for our first season. We will get a monster fee of 28 million to spend in the transfer window. So we can dive ahead now to season number 2 and see how we've spent that money. So we come back for season 2 is about to start, and we have spent a lot of money. We have 3.43 million left in the budget. We're minus 46 grand in the wage budget right now. So ideally, we would slide that across, but it won't let us right now because we spent too much money. So where's it all been spent? What have we been buying? Who have we been buying exactly? Let's have a look. First off, Rooney Barger came in for 5.5 million from Copenhagen. An amazing player in FM this year. For so cheap as well, it seemed wrong not to get in. Comes as a star player. He looks insane. He will rip it up in the Premier League. 19 years of age. 2 Sweden caps already. He'll be absolutely insane for us. Jonathan Rook came on a free transfer to add some depth in those wide positions as well. Formerly of Preston. He's been pretty good last season. Got 7 goals last season in those wide positions. So as a backup player in the Premier League, should be quite all right for us. We then went and got Shalabon Tedic on a free transfer. Great striker in FM this year. Again, the finishing trait is quite low for him, but as a backup striker, I feel like he could be a good option for us this year. We spent 2 million on Mike Cooper as a backup goalkeeper this year. Of course, the likes of Ruddy getting on a bit older now, so we do need some more keepers in and around Birmingham City. So he'll be our backup behind Ruddy for the new season. And then our 4 more free ones as well. Nathan Ferguson came in for 120k. I think that's quite a bit of a bargain for Nathan Ferguson, really, of course. Formerly of West Brom, formerly of Palace. Bit of a bargain player, but again, he's very versatile in that defence, can play a few different roles, can really help out for us in the Premier League. And the last one that came in was Adam Ida. One of the best strikers in FM, I feel like, at a young age to really develop this year. He's not bad at all now. 24 years of age in this simulation, of course. Now he comes in as our new striker. Very good option. And hopefully be a Premier League goal scorer for us this coming season. So the team's looking very, very strong now. We're looking very accomplished ahead of it. One thing we probably should touch on as well quickly. George Hall actually left us. He's one of the players that might have focused on the development in this save. But the money came in. The board said we can't say no to this sort of money. George Hall is out the door. So we might keep an eye on him later in the rebuild and see how he actually gets on 10 years down the line. But George Hall now is a West Ham player. Other ones that got out the club, no big ones really. Sunjit left for 3 million. A few backup players. Koshgrove on a free transfer. Neil left as well. Ethan Laird left 10 million to Luton as well, which is a bit of a pain, really. I do like Ethan Laird in real life. I'm really hopeful seeing how he develops at Birmingham City. But 10 million, Laird is gone. And now we can see how this team is going to line up for the new season. We're going for our best 11. This is how we're looking. Ruddy and Net. Ferguson now playing that right back role, replacing Laird, of course. Sanderson, Long and Longello. So the back line is pretty similar still. Walton, Bielik, Bakuna, Dembele, Rooney Barge comes in, of course. And Tyler Roberts remains as the striker for the new season. The likes of Ida on the bench, Hogan on the bench. Jordan James still around the team as well. Hopefully he can get a few more minutes this season. But there's the team. Season number 2. Let's roll to the end of it right now. So we're back, season number 2 in the bag. And we did actually win something. We won the Brummie Cup. It's like a pre-season tournament between Norwich, West Ham and Sunderland. We won that. Great. That looked like a good start to the season for many more of these to come. It didn't really happen that way, honestly enough. FA Cup, we got to the quarterfinals before being knocked out by Fulham. And the Carabao Cup, we got as far as the second round before being knocked out by Hull. And the Premier League, you can't see us there. We did narrowly survive, though, in the Premier League just about this season. Our first season, we made it just about out there. So, yeah, 16th place in the end. Leicester, Leeds and Hull all going down. Everton just below us there. Birmingham City, 16th place. Winning 11 games, drawing 6, losing 21 games all season. We did concede the most goals in the division, conceding 81 goals. So, there's definitely some problems in our defence that we need to fix ahead of the new season. Liverpool win the league as well. The likes of Newcastle and even Spurs got back into European football as well. So, some interesting finishes there in the table as well. But hopefully we can do much better with the coming window coming. Of course, we do get a budget of 19 million, but we're already in the red with our wage budget. So there's some work to be done there. Maybe a few player starts could happen this season. I mean, we can touch on some good players this season. Tedic, we did loan out in the end. We didn't actually use him this year. Someone I was quite excited for. We couldn't get a work permit for him. So he went out, but Adam Ida bagged 20 goals in 35 games in a regular season. Bakuna did quite well. Tyler Roberts, 7 goals apiece for them. Rooney Barger, 18 assists in his debut season in the Premier League. So I'm hopefully we can hold on to him. But we have said to him, if his release clause is met, he can't go. And that release clause is quite small, honestly. 12.75 million for relegated, but for a minimum release right now, 21 million. So I would not be surprised to see Rooney Barger possibly leave in this window. He had 1 season here. We offered him a new deal. He wasn't interested, so he may end up going just after 1 season. But yeah, a good season of Blues. We survived relegation. Hopefully we can go on now into season number 3 and do the same again. Let's go ahead and see what happens transfer-wise for season number 3. So we're back for the start of season number 3 now. We see got Man United in our opening game in 7 days' time. They've put in Benjamin Sesko, so they've really improved their line. Martin's moving to midfield as well, so interesting changes happening. We're back 3 now. Badiashile and Inacio joining Varane at the back, so Man U have really improved. But have we really improved? That's the big question right now. Have we actually really improved? In terms of transfers, we bought some more free transfers, nothing massive. Elliot Anderson was the first big one, though. 22 million. Elliot Anderson managed to switch to Birmingham City now. He looks a really good player this year in FM, and I've not used him for long enough in these saves yet, so I'm hopefully having him for the majority of this save. If we can keep hold of him, Elliot Anderson can be our standout player in this save. We'll jump back then, of course, here. So you can see now, we bought in a Rebo from Southampton for 225k. He's a good versatile player, but again, not somebody probably started in the Premier League. Castello came from Chelsea on a free transfer. Looks solid enough. Hopefully we can develop him a little bit more. 23 years of age now. Looks pretty decent. Ferini and Brady, again, just some backup players. Not really going to be starters. In terms of sales, did Rooney leave in the end? That's the big question. Rooney Bargy? Well, he did leave. He went to Leeds, 21 million. He had his release clause. Leeds came in, took that straight away. Leeds take Rooney Bargy back to the Championship with him. Yes, he's playing in the Championship. I can't believe he even suggested the contract. He's in the Championship again, so back he goes down to the Championship. It's a shame for us, really. I really wanted to see how he develops and be in the save of us, but he has moved on. Kevin Long has left us, though, now for St. Pat's as well. 1.3k, so shame for Kevin Long. He's done pretty good for us, but he's not at the level for the Premier League right now, so he is gone now. But other transfers for us, we bought in Musa Ndiaye on a loan with an option to buy this season, 5.2 million. Looks pretty darn good. I'm quite happy to see how he gets on with the save for us. Matthias Rosa came from Granada on a free transfer. Of course, was a wonder kid striker a couple of years ago in FM. Can he still do it now? 23 years of age. He looks good on paper. Fingers crossed he can. We bought in Anson for 500k from Norwich as a backup goalkeeper for this season. And then the last one, Jeremy Taramento came from Brighton for 13 million. Great little winger in the game this year, 24 years of age now. He looks really good, so I'm hopeful again he can be that replacement for Rooney Bargy, hope on this side, cutting inside and doing the same sort of thing as him. So we look now into the tactic, we're putting our best 11. As you see now, they're saying that Rebuild's actually a start, oddly enough. Anderson playing through the CM attack for Walter and Billy there. Sarmiento on the left-hand side, Ida through striker now instead of Tyler Roberts. A few changes. Bradley comes in that right-back position as well. Not someone I've really heard of in FM this year, but 23 years of age, comes in from Liverpool. Hopefully he can be the difference maker on that right-back position because defensively, we looked shocking last season. Ferguson's still there and Dyer on left-back now. Hopefully these changes will really help us this season as we go ahead and see how we get on in season number 3. So season number 3 is done. We actually had a better showing than last year. We do survive yet again in the Premier League. This time finishing 15th in the league. We finished above Wolves, Southampton. Aston Villa got relegated. So yes, love that all day long. And Middlesbrough and Cardiff also going down. But Villa getting relegated. It's quite shocking considering the players in their team right now. Look at the team in there now. I mean, Ollie Watkins, of course, there. Apenda's there. Maximilian Gomez. Tielemans, Buendia. I mean, there's so many good players in there. And off they go. Pau Torres. He's playing in the Championship next season. So these players will probably leave, you imagine, unless we can go poach a few ourselves, hopefully. So yeah, Birmingham City, 38 games, winning 13, losing 20 games, drawing 5. But you can see 77 goals. You can see a hell of a lot of goals. More goals than Villa, who went down. More goals than Middlesbrough, who went down. So we're still very weak at the back. But the goals, we did score 55 goals. It was more than the teams below us. And it helps us stay afloat in the Premier League yet again. We do survive. Newcastle won the league as well. I mean, it's probably expected all the money that they're going to win the league eventually. Ward-Prowse, Isaac, Dylan, who this guy is there as well. I mean, who else are their star players right now? Look at their starting 11 at the moment. Horter's gone there, Brahim Diaz, Trincao, Nick. It's basically a whole brand new team pretty much here. Simicon, Wrench, Glafonts in goal now. It's a pretty good team, to be fair. Not Premier League quality winning team, so oddly enough they did win the league, but a very good team state nonetheless. In terms of competitions, we didn't win nothing again, though. FA Cup, we got knocked out in the 4th round of Crystal Palace this time round, and the Carabao Cup getting knocked out by Everton in the 2nd round. So, again, nothing domestically yet, but 15th in the league. We do survive in the Prem yet again. This time, 65 million. So, the finances are looking much, much healthier. You can see here now, they are skyrocketing now. We're looking much better financially now. We've been up here for 2 years. Hopefully, we can spend a lot of money and get a team capable of getting a top-half finish into the new season. Let's go ahead now. Another season. Where will the Blues finish this time? Right, so we're back. Start of season number 4. Transfers are done. The season starts in 6 days' time against Brentford. And hopefully, we're going to have another good showing. And hopefully, aim for that top half finish for this new transfer window. This new season, even, we should be saying. Get the correct words out, man. Get the correct words out. So, yeah. Players that we bought in. Yusuf Makoko came with 18 million. We need the biggest striker and get them goals. Makoko can be the guy, of course. 22 years of age now. And he looks absolutely insane. Insane is the word, really. He looks damn shan good. So he comes in. Lazar comes in from Hoffenheim for 6.75 million. Formerly of Southampton. Very good defender. And I'm quite happy to get him in. I think he can be a rock at the back for us and really help develop this team. I just thought it wasn't actually at Southampton. For some reason, I thought Southampton. He's been at Sunderland and West Ham, though, in this game. So he's been in the English League for a while. So hopefully by now he should know the language. So yeah, Lazar joined. Makoko joined. We got Ziggy from St. Gallen for 2.5 million. Who is Lawrence and Ziggy? He's a goalkeeper. He looks really, really good. He's going to be our first team keeper going forward now. I'm quite happy with this guy. Ghana International, 53 caps there, 30 years of age. He looks solid. So welcome Ziggy into the team. Archie Gray came from Leeds for 28 million. Archie Gray is a wonder kid this year who really develops very well. So if you haven't used him yet, get him in your sides. Centre midfielder, he looks incredible already at 21 years of age and only going to get better for this side. Joining him then, of course, was Cisco. Went back to Brighton again at 16 million and took the other winger this time round. Cisco coming in for just over 20 million. Looks very good indeed now, so that adds some lot better depth on those wide positions. And Matt Bidstrup coming in, the Southampton midfielder. Looks good. Danish international, of course. He's been at Brentford, went to Southampton within this save as well. And he looks incredible. So he comes in now to join that midfield. And then the most recent ones then, Espria comes in from West Ham for 15 million, the former Watford boy, joining us, 19 years of age. That looks very, very good. And Musa Ndiaye, following his loan spell last year, he joins now on a permanent deal. Big outgoings. Is there any more big outgoings to talk about, really, we can mention? Of course, we mentioned Rooney last time out. No one else really in that side of the transfer window. Following that, Yeah, Arezzo, he went out to America. He wasn't very good. He had a crap season, honestly. He wasn't very good. Cody's now left the club for QPR. Not at the capable level for the Premier League, sadly enough. Zach Willis left for 350k. And again, no real big ones. Tedic did leave the club on loan again this season because, again, we cannot get a work permit, but for some reason, he can play at Bolton. So again, well, I think we've got better players now, so we don't really need him. Into the tactic itself, let's have an update now, shall we then? So we pick our best 11. Adam Ida oddly starts ahead of Makoko, oddly enough. Sarmiento and Aribo on the wing still. So some interesting ones there not in the team right now. So I'd be interested to see the likes of Archie Gray. Where would he play in this team? I'd probably have him starting ideally here. But again, is he better as a DM? He probably could do the role quite well, to be honest. Maybe he'll start there. We'll switch that one around. Anderson playing that CM attack role. He had a pretty good season last time out as well. 11 goals and 6 assists in that CM attack role. So quite happy to see how he develops now throughout this save as well. Since Disco, of course, was brought in a lot from Brighton. Where will he play? Maybe up through the left as well. And then we can probably switch Cemento on the right-hand side. But we'll tweet this around and we'll see how we get on. We go ahead to see how we got on in season number 4. So season number 4 is in the bag. It's been our best season yet. Finished 9th in the Premier League, a semi-final in the FA Cup versus Liverpool, losing out to Liverpool in that semi-final, and a Carabao Cup 4th round defeat to Crystal Palace. But the Premier League is the important one. Let's touch on that one first. You can see here now, finished 9th in the Premier League. Leicester, Wolves and Leeds all going down this season, but a good finish for the Blues. 38 games, winning 16, drawing 8. Only losing 14 this season, so it's a massive improvement from the Blues. Only losing 14 games all season. Scoring 74 goals. We almost scored as many goals as Man City on 76 goals. We've scored more goals than every team above us. But we also conceded 69 goals, which is more teams. It's more goals than Leeds conceded. And they were bottom of the table. So defensively, we still need some work. We're starting to improve this defence a lot more to finish higher up in this table. But first top off finish for Birmingham City. It's only took 4 seasons to get there. So it's a good start so far for Blues. How far can we push this team within this rebuild? In terms of money, we have 36 million to spend this window. A few players out of contract. Let's find out what happens at the start of season number 5. Who we bring in and what happens with those players. So we're back ahead of the new season. Season number 5 now at Birmingham City. And let's touch up on those all-important transfers. Who has came in, who has left the club. First off, Magnus Stephenson came from Stuttgart for 25 million. A new gen player. He's very good defensively. Look at those mentors. Physicals are really off the chart. Some great technicals in there. Our first new gen we bought in for the save. 21 caps for Iceland already. 20 years of age. 6'3". He looks an absolute demon of a boss to play in that midfield. So he comes in. Welcome in to him. Alexander Bernardi comes in from Anderlecht for 16 million. Pretty solid left-hand side, really. He's better than the option we had there already. He comes in as a star player. Now he looks incredible in the save. 27 years of age now. Argentina international as well. Welcome in Alexandro. He looks very, very good to play left-back for us this year. We've also bought in Nathan Ngoy from Newcastle for 5 million. We need better defenders. Ngoy is one of those. Got a good jump reach of 13 as well. 6 foot. He's good. He's pretty darn good. I have to admit, I do quite like Ngoy in this save. We've also bought in Arnaud Tenas from Mönchengladbach Mönchengladbach for 7 million. Another goalkeeper. We just buy lots of keepers. It seems every year. Keepers go, keepers come every year. Tenas comes in now for keeper. And then Gabriel Vidovic came for 24 million. This is the big one of the transfer window. This is our big one. He's valued quite a lot of money. He can play left-hand side. He can play through the camera. He can play up in that striker position. I do think, though, he will possibly play as a striker in this save now. I mean, Ida's good. You know, Mikoko is good. Vidovic, I feel like he can be the step above both of them, hopefully. So we're going to see how he gets on this season. And then the last ones, Yusufa, I can't pronounce the last name, from Lille, 9.5 million. He's good defensively, 6'2", good jump reach of 14. He's not great at heading the ball, though. But I mean, he can play centre-back, he can play in midfield as well. So we'll see how Yusufa gets on. And then Ibrahima Diallo came in for Bologna then on a loan option with an option to buy. He looks pretty solid again for another DM option. He can play in the Premier League quite easy. 29 years of age, loads of caps for Senegal now. He looks pretty darn complete. Big outgoings as well with the outliers, really. Aribo left for Ajax, 4.3 million. Tyler Roberts left for Watford for 400k. Joe Oliver. Nathan Ferguson went on a free transfer. And again, nothing too massive, really. Nothing that really impressed me. I thought, we need to keep these sort of players. There's no one really there, I'm thinking, they must keeps, apart from this one. Elliot Anderson left. He had the option from Man City, and we couldn't say no. He was desperate to go. I really want Elliot to be our main guy through this save. He leaves the club now after having some great seasons at Birmingham City. Again, last season, 9 assists, 4 goals. Goes to Man City, 38 million in January last window. I forgot to mention that one last time out. 7 appearances and 1 goal, 1 assist since joining them in January. 38 million. It had to be done, sadly. I do miss Elliot Anderson. He's going to be a big part of this save, and he's gone already. Apart from that, No one really touched on. Bielik went for 6.5 to Luton. We mentioned Arezzo already. No other big moves happened so far. But yeah, how does the team looking out ahead of season number 5? Go to our best 11. Vidovic up front now, Spria and Cisco. Great in that same attack role now. Bistrup and Walton there. The defence looks a little bit better, but I still think you could do with a little bit more improvement in the coming seasons. Hopefully, we've got enough here to keep us going for this season. Hopefully, going to season number 6, we can spend a bit more money on that defence. But let's go see how we got on in season number 5. So, season number 5 in the bag, and where the Carabao Cup ended badly, getting to the 3rd round against Millwall while being defeated, the quarterfinals against Newcastle in the FA Cup. In the Premier League, we came 4th. How? How on earth have we came 4th? I said this defence wasn't good enough to be up there this year, but somehow we've done it in 38 games. You won 20, drawing 9, only losing 9 games all season, the same amount of games as Arsenal, just above us there. Scoring 64 goals, conceding 52 goals. So again, we're conceding a hell of a lot of goals still in this division, but a good finish for Birmingham City, level with Arsenal on points, and we get Champions League football going into season number 6. What a season for the Blues. I mean, standout performer straight away. Vidovic got 19 goals, 5 assists. Archie Gray mentioned that centre midfield role earlier on this episode. He said he sounded really good. 17 goals, 7 assists this season. Not bad at all. Spirit got 9 goals, 10 assists for him. Touch on as well, the likes of Cisco got 10 assists again this season. A very good season for him for his assists as well. So, we're looking good, we're looking strong, but I do feel like defensively we do need a few more improvements. 49 million to go into the Champions League with. That's not bad at all, really. A lot of wage to play with as well. A few players are running out of contract as well, so we will lose the likes of Diallo. Of course, his loan move is going to be ending. Longello hasn't really played this year, so he'll be going. Renta, Eubank, these boys possibly will be leaving at the end of this season. But let's go ahead now, see how we look at the start of season number 6. And we're back for the start of season number 6. In pre-season, it's been absolutely mental. We beat Besiktas 9-1, Sociedad 6-0. This can only lead to good things you like to imagine, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, transfers. What's happened? Money, gone. We've got nothing left. We're in the red with our wage budget yet again. There's a surprise. And transfers out. Let's go on transfers out first, shall we? Just touch on that first. So, Rebo mentioned before, Roberts mentioned before. Nothing else happened towards the end of last season. But transfers in, it's all been happening. Kenny Gillespie came on a free transfer. Backup, youth player. We're trying out for the future, 16 years of age. Looks hopeful. Hopefully, he can be developed quite well for us. And fingers crossed we can get him in the team. The main ones really, Sam Fox from Brentford came for 50 million. We bought another new gen. We need better defenders, and this guy is probably the best left-back new gen I've seen so far in FM this year. He looks incredible. Great crossing, dribbling, acceleration. He's got that pace as well. Tackling could be a little bit better, but the passing and the vision about him, his work rate, looks a very solid left-back indeed. So Sam Fox makes his way to Birmingham City. Another big one, Billy Deacon from Liverpool. Another new gen comes in. Another defensive-minded one. More of a CDM, CM option. 5'7". Again, mental's off the chart, physical's off the chart, and technically he looks really good. It's time for the new gens to come into this team now and really take this team to the next level. So yeah, 50 million, 42 million. Bella Kochop, a real player, came with this time. Southampton, 17.25 million. Incredible. Much better option we had there already. 17 jump and reach, 6'3", good heading. I love Bella Kochop this year. We did a Southampton rebuild recently, and he was absolutely insane in that as well. So hopefully more of the same from him. Other ones to touch up on as well then. We mentioned Yusuf last time. Joe Bellingham. Joe Bellingham comes back to Birmingham City. We brought Joe back now from Sunderland. He probably won't play. He's not very good, but it's more nostalgia-wise, bringing Bellingham back. Could we bring the other one back maybe down the line? Who knows, but Joe does make the switch now back to Birmingham City. But in terms of sales into this new season, Casado is the main one. We did loan him out last season. He's not been a starter for us. He still looks pretty good, don't get me wrong, but it hasn't really worked out for him. So he's gone now over to Genk. Made a bit of money for us as well, which is quite nice. But he did need a little bit extra money to help with the rest of these transfers. Sanderson leaving as well. Club captain Dion Sanderson went down to Wigan. He's not good enough for the Premier League, oddly enough, sadly enough. So he does make the switch now back to the Championship. But we mean we could do some more transfers. Diallo, of course, we had loan from last season from Bologna. He makes the permanent switch to Birmingham City. Nani Badoka makes the switch now to Birmingham City as well. Formerly of Chelsea, went to West Ham within the side before making the switch now over to the Blues. And then Sepp van den Berg, formerly of Leicester, Liverpool in real life, Sheffield United, Bournemouth. He's been to a few clubs now within the side. 27 years of age. Definitely a better defender than what we had already. So we're looking very strong now for the Premier League season. If we go again now with this best 11, the change that made Bradley, Belakotchuk, Fox and Banabi at the back. Deacon and Bistrup in there with Gray, Madueke and Cisco and Vidovic now leading the line for us. This team looks very, very good. That's our first team in the Champions League as well. So let's see how we get on in the UEFA Champions League in season number 6. Right, season number 6 in the bag. Champions League for the first time, of course. There's some other cups as well to touch on first. So, the 4th round of the FA Cup, we lost to Man City. The Carabao Cup, we lost to Southampton. We never did win a domestic cup, it feels like. But the Champions League, we got all the way to the quarter-finals before losing out to Tottenham Hotspur in the quarter-finals. We went through to Monaco, AC Milan, Arsenal and Tottenham, knocking out Barcelona, Real Madrid, Benfica and our own Birmingham City. So we got quite far in that, getting Blues all the way to the quarter-final stage of the Champions League. So I'm quite happy with that for our first time in there. In the Premier League, we will be back in the Champions League for next season. Or at least I thought we should be, because at the moment it's saying right now that we're in the Europa League. So have England lost some spots, possibly in the European leagues? It might seem like right now, at the moment, it's saying Man City, Newcastle and Man United qualify for the Champions League. But I suppose if one of these teams are in the final as well, maybe we'll get that spot. So I guess we'll see when the new season starts if we get Europa League or Champions League football. So just look, actually it's Tottenham versus Monaco in that Champions League final. So maybe a slot will go down to them instead. So I guess we'll find out in the coming weeks or when the season does tick over into the new season, whether we've got Europa League or Champions League football when we do come back for the start of season number 7. But a good finish again for the Blues though. We did finish in the 4th spot position, which is very good to be fair. I'm very happy with that for the Blues. You can see now, 38 games, 122. We lost 11, so we're still losing more games than the team above us. But again, Chelsea, Everton lost 10, Brighton losing 11. So we're in the round here, but Spurs finishing 8th, Arsenal finishing 9th, Liverpool finishing 10th as well. So there's big teams in there below us right now. So there's going to be a lot of challenges next season pushing on for us. So quickly, one last touch up as well, of course. This season, how have we got on? 56 games for Dovic. He scored 21 goals. Archie Gray got 13 goals. Bella Kotchop, 13 goals. We love set pieces. We love set pieces. Ida as well, getting 13 goals as well. Nani Maduka got 16 assists this season. Even Barabi, the left back, got 10 assists this season. So the boys are cracking on nicely. They're cooking nice. They're looking good. Season number 7, we have a grand total of 49 million to spend. So let's see what happens in season number 7. And we're back for the start of season number 7. Tal Wagner, he hasn't sold up yet. We're still doing bits underneath him right now as the main man here. So let's dive in quickly and have a look at how we're looking now ahead of the new season. So transfer-wise, season number 7, what have we done? We'll touch about the end of last season first. Because we brought in Diallo, Madueke, Berg. Victor Christensen came from Brighton for 13 million left back. Adds a bit more depth in there as well. He looks very, very good indeed. Victor Christensen comes in now for the grand total of just 13 million. Philipp Schlutz comes in from Hamburg for 10 million. Again, defensively, we needed better options. 6'2", good jumping reach, good heading. He does what I look in defenders, really. He needs big tall boys who can head the ball away. Philipp Schlutz, welcome to Birmingham City. The other ones then were actually Phillips from Brighton, 37 million. He's incredible this game. He's had 3 caps now for England, of course, now 25 years of age. He comes into one of the wonder kids this year you really look out for at Blackburn Rovers, so he's worth getting definitely straight away. He's already valued around 100 million as well. Getting caps for England, he looks incredible this game. Worth getting early doors in your saves this year for sure. And then this one, 60 million spent on Chris Giles from Tottenham Hotspur. I thought this could be like the next Harry Kane reincarnation coming in from this guy, of course. He signed at West Brom, though, before Spurs actually bought him in the side. You can see here now. Sorry, no, ignore that. It's the other way around, actually. He signed at Spurs, went on loan to West Bromwich for a season. Coming back to Spurs. He's been ticking over, getting a few goals here and there, but we spent 60 million now on the boy. Hoping he can be our main guy going forward. 21 years of age, 2 caps so far for England, and he looks insane. 5'11", but he's got all the boxes ticked. I think this guy is going to be the one that gets us a Premier League title this striker. He looks absolutely insane. Let's see how he gets on for the new season. But of course, transfers out first. Let's go over into them ones first. Big ones, really. Lazar went to Leeds, 4.1 million. Joe Bellingham, he's left already, 2.9 million. And then a few free transfers on loan moves going out from the club there. So we are set up now, ready for the new season. Of course, our new striker, Giles, will be leading the line. Madueke, Cisco, Gray, Deacon, Stefansson comes in now in that DM role as well. He's got much better now, the young Iceland lad. So he's starting now with Deacon there. So a lot of new gens in this team now. Building their way through Christiansen, Fox, Phillips and Bradley with Tenas now in goal. The team looks solid. We've came 4th back-to-back seasons. How are we going to get on now in season number 7? And we're back. Season number 7. The year is 2030. And we'll touch on the Premier League table in just a moment. The Carabao Cup, we got to the quarterfinals before we losing to Arsenal again. The semi-finals, the FA Cup this time to Manchester City. Domestic cups aren't our thing, it seems. The Champions League, we got to the round of 16 before being knocked out by RB Leipzig in the round of 16. But the Premier League, we've had our best finish yet, coming second in the Premier League, just behind Man City. I mean, say just behind, but so far behind them still. Man City 86 points, Birmingham City and Newcastle and Chelsea all level on 69 points. But the goal difference in Birmingham City's favour. In 38 games, winning 21, drawing 6, losing 11. So we lost quite a few games still for a team finishing second in the Premier League. We've lost quite a lot of games there, but we scored 80 goals, conceding 43. It's less than Newcastle, so it's definitely improvement defensively, but there's still work to be done. But weirdly, you see, like, Villa got promoted back in the 15th now. Spurs 11th. Arsenal down in 9th. This season, like, the table is getting to a right mess. Everton have been challenging for European football and getting European football for the last 3 seasons now. So it's going to be everywhere right now. It's going to be everywhere right now. In terms of the finances, we've got 26 million for the new season, so not as much. And the revenue, we've got 20% keep of the revenue from players sold. So we're financially in a bit of problems right now, Birmingham City. So hopefully the board can fix that. We can start getting things sorted now over there. In terms of the players this season, Chris Giles mentioned he could be the main guy this season. He bagged 28 and 55 appearances this season for Birmingham City. He's definitely the guy now for Birmingham City going forward. Ashley Phillips got 23. Oh, this was ridiculous. Ashley Phillips, a defender, 23 goals, second most amount of goals for Birmingham City this season. Set pieces are OP. Nani Buduke got 18 goals and 31 assists. That's insane. What a player. Adam Oy got 17 goals. Archie Gray, 13 goals. Vodovic on 6 goals. Vodovic is a backup player now, pretty much as well, it seems. Interestingly enough, I'm thinking Idem's playing on the left-hand side then now, because he's played 56 games this season and Giles played 55. So Ida playing left-hand side, Giles playing through the middle, it seems, as well this season. So, interesting new look for Birmingham City now. Moving in Cisco down to the bench, Vodovic down to the bench as well. So, some interesting different players getting different roles within this team now and getting first-team football. As for confirmation, that's what I mentioned. Ida on the left, Giles through the middle, Maduoke there. That front line, though, look at that. 28, 17, 18. For goals alone from those front 3 players, it's no wonder we're getting second in the Premier League. But another big season done for Birmingham City now. We're going to go ahead now to season number 8. We're up there now, getting second place in the Premier League. Can we go the next step further now and try and challenge Manchester City with 2 years to go in this rebuild for a Premier League title? So we are back there. The new season is here. We're ready to go with Birmingham City for season number 8. We're getting so close to Man City last season. Like, came second place now. I mean, points-wise, we're still quite a bit a while away, but we're looking much, much healthier as a team. So let's touch on the transfers and what has been happening here at Birmingham City. And Cisco left the club for 16 million. We've lost Walton, our captain, for 12 million to Sunderland. He's not good enough to be in the Premier League, honestly. So he's made the move out of the club now. And we went and spent some big money. Starting off with Marius Troikens coming from Brentford, 51 million. He's going to add some serious depth now on this wing. I mean, possibly replacing Ida on the left-hand side. Ida did pretty good there last season, but Troikens coming in now on that side. He's out for 6 weeks injured, but I reckon he'll be the main guy on the left this coming season. Marcus Rashford coming for 11 million. 34 years of age, Marcus Rashford as well. I mean, mention left-hand side just. Maybe Rashford will be playing that left-hand side just instead. Rashford comes in now, 34 years of age. He still looks absolutely amazing. I'm surprised anyone's even selling him. He looks really, really good. Next up, Serge Milinkovic-Savic. SMS comes in from absolute pennies at age 37 years of age to add some depth in midfield for us again. He's not great now. He's been at Arsenal for a couple of seasons. Left from going to Saudi Arabia, back to Arsenal, 15 million. And we buy him for just 1 million. We also went and got Kim Min-jae at age 35 there, 7.5 million. Experienced defender. He's done it at the Champions League level. He's been at Bayern Munich, he's been at Chelsea, he's been at PSG. He's been everywhere in the same. You see Real Madrid, PSG, Chelsea. He's been everywhere basically. In Bayern Munich in real life, of course. Age 35. He looks really good still. He's a bit slow, but he still looks really, really good at the back. I reckon that he could be a kind of player that could take us to the next level within this save. Kim Min-jae does join the club. And then some other ones. Esprit leaves on a free transfer. Nagoy and Barembi, all even free transfers. We've got replacements from now. They're not really needing the setup right now, so they have all been moved on as free transfers for the coming season. So let's go into the new team then now. For the start of the season, Strokoikens, Rashford, Giles up front now. Maduoke being dropped seems like a bit of a rash move, really. He's had pretty good seasons, like what has been here. Gray, Schlutz, Stefansson. Felinios comes in now, right back, another right back we bought through as well, of course. He came in from Borussia Dortmund after leaving Real Madrid, going to Dortmund. We have bought him in now at 23 years of age. Mbete came in, Phillips, Fox. It's looking good, this team. It's looking very, very solid ahead of the new season. Let's see how we get on in season number 9. So, season number 9 in the bag, and where domestically we haven't won an FA Cup or Carabao Cup still, which is not going to happen, I don't feel this side. And the Champions League, we reached the semi-finals against PSG. In the Premier League, we won the league. We actually won the Premier League with Birmingham City. It's took 9 seasons, and we've gone all the way and won the Premier League. We played 38 games, winning 27, drawing 1, losing 10 games. Still lost more games than Man City, scoring 95 goals and finished on 82 points, 1 point clear of Manchester City. A big season for Birmingham City, winning our first Premier League title. Chris Giles, 24 goals. Haaland's just a machine, honestly, man. What is that? 46 goals for this guy, man. You can't stop him. But Chris Giles, he's developing absolutely insanely. He looks absolutely incredible now. He's had another terrific season here at Birmingham City, of course. Each season, he's getting better and better. 16 goals, 9 goals, 24 goals this season. I'm not sure what the Stratford thing is there all about exactly. But, yeah. Some even Stratford Rangers for a whole day maybe there. Didn't play a single game. But came out to Birmingham City. 24 goals, 4 assists, 38 appearances. What a season for this guy. I mean, he touched on other players. Well, Adam Oy got 23 goals. Vidovic, 17. Striker's got 14. 20 assists for him as well. Rashford, 21 assists, 11 goals as well. Ashley Phillips again, set pieces. OP, we've mentioned this already. 13 headers for him this season, putting him in the back of the net. A great season for Birmingham City. And we do win our first Premier League trophy. So you're probably thinking, you've won the Premier League, you're done, right? No, there's one more season. We said it's a 10-year rebuild. Can we go back to back, or can we actually finally win an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, even a Champions League maybe? Who knows? Season number 10, let's go. So we're back ahead of season number 10, of course. We do have the Community Shield first against Manchester City. Pre-season, we beat PSG pre-season, so I'm quite happy with that. It's a good start for me. If we can carry on doing that throughout the season, we might actually win a Champions League this season. So yeah, transfers first. What has been happening in the transfer market? At the end of last season, we bought in Levi Colwill for 9 million, potentially rising up to 17.5 million. Good bit of business. I'm quite happy. Colwill looks really good now, 30 years of age. He can definitely improve our defence for us massively. And then since then, we've actually released some players, well, Vidovic being the big one. He went on a free transfer to Juventus. He wanted a better contract and promised star player. He wasn't going to get it, honestly enough. He wasn't going to get it. Last season alone, he didn't play enough minutes to warrant it, really. He played 16 games, in total. 10 from the bench as well. He wasn't going to get it, so he went on a free transfer. A bit of wage bought up as well. Magnus Stephenson as well. Our captain, our club captain Stephenson, our Icelandic hero. 25 years of age, now 66 caps. He left Inter Milan. He wouldn't renew his deal. He wanted a big move to a bigger club. Off he went. Bellacoccio went to Freiburg for 8 million. And then Lowe moved out for Richards and Bostock. But it meant we could do some business of our own. We've touched on Colwill already. And you're thinking, why are they all free transfers? We put all the money into wages. We bought in some absolute brilliant players. Kevin Mercier came from PSG. New gen, plays camp, plays out wide. He looks very, very good. 15s, 13s everywhere. Great mentals, great physicals. Free transfer from PSG. We went and got a Bathsheba boot from Ren, of course. Ren, who I'm doing on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/MurphFM. I mean, I might still be there by this point. It is a glory hunt app. It may have moved by the time this video drops. He comes in, free transfer. Great centre back. He's tall. He can jump. He can head. It's just what I look for. We know that by now. He's great. Victor Osimhen made the switch from Man City on a free transfer to Birmingham City. He's 34 now, but he still looks really, really insane. So Victor Osimhen, welcome to Birmingham City. We then went and got Bruno Guimaraes from AC Milan. We tried to get Jude Bellingham, basically. We couldn't get Jude, so we better make do with Bruno Guimaraes instead. Bruno's still really good. And, I mean, at 35... he can still be an active part of this team and be part of the Champions League, I reckon. We bought in Mackay Bowers on a free transfer as well. Another new gen player, looks decent. Hopefully we can get hold of him. And there's a lot of backup new gens at this point, sort of thing. Lafont came in, he can play out wide, he can play through the middle. And then Aglis Caglianis came on a free transfer. A wide player again, good dribbling, good acceleration. He might develop, he might not, but against last year's save, we probably won't see too much of his development anyway. And as we go into the final season now at Birmingham City, the team looks like this. Tenas in goal, Philios, Phillips, Colwill and Fox at the back. Our two new gen fullbacks looking very, very good. Schlutz, Gray, and Bruno Guimaraes comes into that CM attack role at the ripe old age of 35. Strickens, Rashford, and of course, our new gen Giles up front. Our boy from Spurs, he's looking insane now, 24 years of age, 23 caps for England, 12 goals for England as well. He's one of the best strikers I've seen, new gen wise, come through this year, and he looks incredible. So hoping to see if he can fake us all the way to a Champions League trophy. Let's dive in. Season number 10, the final season of our rebuild. How far can we take Birmingham City? How many trophies can we win in this final season? So we come back, season number 10. You can see on the screen the league table. We've won the Premier League. But what house have we won this season? Nothing. Nothing at all. We can't win trophies apart from the Premier League, it seems. We've tried. The Community Shield, we came runner-up to Man City. The semi-finals of the Carabao Cup to West Ham. We got knocked out the quarter-finals by Man United in the Emirates FA Cup. And the Champions League round we knocked us out in the quarterfinals. So we're not meant to win any other trophies apart from the Premier League this season, but I suppose we've won a championship and we've won 2 Premier League trophies. I suppose the Premiership is the main one as well. Of course, playing 38 games, winning 25, drawing 5 and losing 8 all season, scoring 83 goals. That's more goals than anyone by a landslide as well, by the way, I should mention. Conceding 35 as well, which is much better than Man City this season. Finishing 80 points, 1 point clear of Manchester City to win their Premier League for Birmingham City. Key players again, Christoph Giles, I mean, 32 goals this season. Has he outdone Haaland this season? He did. He outscored Erling Haaland. There we go. That's the real victory. That is the real victory. I say that. Is Haaland even here anymore? Erling Haaland is there now. He's still there at Man City. He's 33 years of age now. He got 8 goals all season. He didn't start actually for Man City this season, oddly enough. Who are they starting up front then this season? If it isn't him, who is the main guy now at Man City? They haven't got a striker in the formation, oddly enough, so I'm not sure who their striker is right now. So, interestingly enough, it wasn't Erling Haaland. And that probably answers why Man City didn't win the league this season. It isn't Haaland. They're not sure who their striker is right now, and we can't find who their striker is ourselves right now. So, without a Haaland, Man City fail, and we win back-to-back Premier League trophies with Birmingham City. But I do want to touch up straight away. Top goal scorer, Chris Giles. Most assists, Nani Baduke got 15. Struikens on 12, so both our wingers bagging the most assists this season. Player of the match went to Chris Giles as well. Clean sheets, Tenas in goal. Our keeper, Tenas, has a very good season again in goal for Birmingham City. He's been very good throughout this save. Someone hadn't used prior, but I mean now, I'm quite tempted to. He's at Barcelona at the start of this game. Moved to Arsenal within this game. 500k as well, absolute bargain for moving the Gladbach for 5.5 and then 8.5 million switch to Birmingham City. And he has now won back-to-back Premier League trophies. But yeah, we mentioned Stricker got 21 assists, 11 goals this season. The likes of Rashford as well got 23 goals and 14 assists this season. He's had a really good season, Rashford has. Flipped 19 goals, not bad for the centre-back really. 4 assists as well. Kagani's got 15 goals as well. Some we weren't too sure about at the start of the save, like when we got him in for this season, how much he'd do. He's had a real impact this season, actually a really good player. I see him got 13 goals as well. Maduoke mentioned 18 assists. Striker's got 21 assists as well. 11 goals each for them pair. So a regular season for Birmingham City and a great finish by winning back-to-back Premier League trophies. So there you have it then. Birmingham City, 10 years in the future, and we've managed to win 2 Premier League trophies. You can dream. As Birmingham City fan, I would love to dream about that. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed the tactic, of course, it is the perfect MurphFM 433 that we link down below. And I've been MurphFM. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're liking this video and subscribing to the channel. There's more rebuilds just above my head right here.